Yo, 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 you already know who it is. Price, Rob, Viski, Brah Migos podcast back. And today is my birthday. Yeah, we recorded on my birthday.
Happy birthday to ya.
Oh, yeah. You
I don't know if we can sing if we sing anymore.
I don't know. That's a good point. But today on our episode, we're going to talk NBA. I'm going to give you guys my NBA all tisk list. We're going to talk NFL. Rob thinks the Chiefs are done winning. I don't think so. I'm also ready to take Aaron Rodgers out back and treat his ass like old Yeller. We're going to talk MLB. And we definitely have to talk WWE because this weekend is the show of the Immortals. 2 days, Saturday today and Sunday tomorrow. WWE WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. And we're definitely going to talk some things about WWE. And we're also going to give you guys who we predict Randy Orton might have a challenger, who his challengers might be. And that's all today. Brah Migos podcast. What we got to do, Rob?
I hear voices in my head and they telling me to hit that goddamn music.
Oh, man.
4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Rob,
what are
Viski? Rob, you know what, Rob? I'm going to let you go because I see you. The chaos. But you don't know if you like the Suns level of chaos, 3 coaches in 3 years in the NBA. Go ahead and unleash, dog.
So as y'all know, the Suns can't keep a man. So they just fired Mike Budenholzer after what? Giving him a 5-year extension. And they was like, nah, cut that bait. We out of here. That's after firing Frank Vogel the year before, and that's after firing Monty Williams the year before that. So what I'm saying is, like, because we already talked about robot coaches and if that's going to be a possibility, I can see the Suns going into that. They got basically the real estate dude that basically owns the team now. They got KD. They still got Devin. Like, they got a bunch of pieces that it's like they don't have any picks. They have 0 picks, I think, for like the next the next couple Olympics. Like, they basically don't really have much that they can really rebuild with their squad. It's kind of sad. It's not even kind of sad. It is sad. And that's why we were talking about, like, hey, maybe they go trade with the Thunder to basically get some picks back because they got all the picks, or like send KD to Utah. Something to where basically they can refortify themselves and actually have something to basically build a team with and actually win because they've dug themselves basically to the equator. And so, but the chaos, I'm not liking it. Like, they're paying these coaches a lot of money, which good for them. But it's also that, like, you don't really build and you can't really get any kind of continuity with your roster if basically you're always basically taking out the head of the snake. Like, you can't, like, yes, KD is not going to be the coach of that team. He might be the best player. He might be the leader whether KD wants it or not. But it's hard to basically say that you have something that can basically be seen as a well-run organization if you're firing the coach after a year every single year. So that's, I don't like it.
I think they just fall on the sword and just, wait it out, and in the 2030s, we might see some action shake from Phoenix.
I mean,
2030?
2030s, that when they next pick is.
Something like that. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be here. Like, I hope, Lord willing, the creek don't rise or whatever the saying is. Like, that's a long ass time though, and it's a long ass time to basically say you're going to be righting the ship. Because you got a West that basically has so much talent in it. When you talk about the Timberwolves, when you talk about Memphis, when you talk about the Thunder, when you talk about all of these different teams, the Nuggets, the whoever else that basically is going to be able to rebuild, going to be able to refortify their teams, and you're going to be stuck in the mud with an aging superstar that basically is embarking on 20 years and a guy that's basically been with you since the jump of his career. And it's like, and the worst contract in the NBA right now. or one of the worst contracts in the NBA right now.
Bradley Beal, yes.
All those things working against you, you might as well file bankruptcy. Like, maybe that might be a topic for another show. Who in sports should file bankruptcy? But be that as it may, I don't like the chaos, and I think they need to really look themselves in the mirror and see what's going on.
So I'm gonna give you guys 3 sets of numbers, and y'all tell me what y'all think.
Okay.
The first number is 36-46 as the Suns coach.
Mm-hmm.
The second number is 49-33 with 0-4 in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
And the last number is 194-115 with a 27-19 record in the postseason. Who you taking?
Probably that third one.
You taking the third guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the third guy was Monty Williams that got you to the finals.
Right.
Makes sense. Yep.
This is you've gotten progressively worse each fucking year.
Yep.
Why do I keep shooting myself?
Yep.
One thing I noticed, they spend all that money on offense, but just thought about, we don't need defense.
No. They traded away the defense.
Before they got Bradley Beal, I said this is not a good trade.
Mm-hmm.
He got all of that money. First of all, he don't play defense. You have offense in Booker and KD. KD is leading the team at 26.6 points a game, though. So it's not an offensive KD problem.
Yes, did y'all see the quote with when basically Bud, I guess, told Bradley Beal, said he needs to play like Drew Holiday?
Yes.
See?
So I want to talk about that just for a little. I want to sidetrack that for a little second. I'm more on Bradley Beal's side with that. Because even though he should play defense, it's like me basically telling my wife, hey, I need you to be like your coworker. Like, I need you to be more like her. Like, I think there's a, hey, I get what you mean, but what you said rubbed me the wrong way.
That's a recipe for disaster.
And because of the caliber player Bradley Beal is, if it was a different caliber player, it might have fit well,
Oh, well, us St. Louis Cats, we're the prize, so like it's hard for us to take a change. But be that as it may, Bud was right. Because for that ship to run, he would have had to play more like Drew Holiday, especially how the Bucks were constructed and how basically the Suns are constructed now. But it's still to the point of, like, my nigga, you kind of have to think about what you say and who you say it to.
Yeah.
You want a nigga. Hold on, Jordan, before I cut you off. You want a nigga to cook a 5-star dinner and that bitch ain't never had nothing better than McDonald's, is what you just told him, all right? That's what you just said.
Like, what's a filet McNiggin? What am I supposed to do with that?
That's what you told him. That's literally what you told. This nigga ain't never played defense. Didn't. And I want y'all to go back and everybody can look this up. Whenever Westbrook went to that team, he told them Bradley Beal need to touch the ball every time down. So you know how he feel being validated by a person like Westbrook?
Yep.
You know he ain't about to play no damn defense. Bradley said, I need to shoot the ball 20 times a night.
Mm-hmm.
That's all his focus. I feel like the Suns could benefit.
With the price.
They could benefit from a Pat Bev type of player. They don't need no two-way. They need a strictly defensive player.
Yes. However.
Yeah. The problem is, dude, they got a person with a contract that's so hefty that don't know why nobody's going to take this. That's why the rumors are, is Devin Booker leaving? Is KD leaving? Because we can't get rid of him.
Yeah.
We know we can't move Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal, and I'm going to say this, he figured out how to get somewhere that they couldn't get rid of his ass. Okay? He literally out David Ruffin.
What?
That's what he literally just did. He out David Ruffin. The Temptations was able to get rid of David Ruffin, and David Ruffin had to go make a solo career, which he had a great solo career. Rest in peace, David Ruffin. But he figured out how to get on the team, and you can't get rid of him. You got to make somebody else go somewhere. That was the ultimate. They ain't come here to see you, Otis, to goddamn Devin Booker. He ain't come here to see you, Otis. They can't get rid of me. And now
I'm
you
the king
stuck with
around
him.
here.
Now what you gonna do? You can't get rid of me. I'm here all day long. Is Denzel in goddamn
Training Day?
No, not Training Day. What's the movie he played the drug lord?
American Gangster.
Oh, American Gangster, yeah.
American Gang. When they tapping on the table in front of niggas, I run this shit, not none of y'all.
Yeah, and when he pop a dude in broad daylight, that's gonna be KD on another team.
Ooh.
When they kill Idris Elba character in broad daylight, that nigga shot that nigga, put money in the tip jar and walked.
Went, yeah. Just
that's KD next season, boy.
This has been one of the worst debacles in coaching history right here. They so bad. Do you realize that niggas quit talking about the Doc Rivers shit with the Bucks?
Yeah.
Yes. It just disappeared.
Do y'all realize that?
Man.
Dog.
We glazed over that because the Bucks fired a winning coach, and we were like, man, how stupid that is to pick up Doc. We know Doc gonna change his goddamn philosophy, and they are so bad. Everybody forgot about that shit.
That is a great point.
Everybody forgot about it. Yeah,
boy, Doc was in the front office planning there. He's like, I got to get my name out the media, man.
We forgot how bad. Do you realize how many things they overshadowed in the NBA?
Yep.
It's coaches right now saying, man, I dodged that bullet. Mike Malone trying to figure out how the fuck I ain't dodged this and I'm in the playoffs.
like I was there. I was good. Like what happened?
I was in the playoffs and y'all got rid of me and he make it to the end of the season.
Hey, you think about it, from the players to the coaches, it seemed like all the front offices are trying to say ain't nobody safe.
Yeah.
This whole season
and no times.
Yeah, it's like they want to say, look, this our show. I'm putting in the big bucks. It's my call all around. And it's showing.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of would be like that if I was the owner of the team. But there has to be some sort of sign of stability. Because the rumor already is Mike Malone is going to go to San Antonio. Because Pop can't. Because I don't know if y'all saw. We best wishes Greg Popovich. He took sick in a restaurant the other day. They already predicting that Mike Malone is going to take that Spurs team. If he turns that Spurs team around and they go 40, 50 wins next season because he's a new voice in the room, then now you look at the Nuggets because they said, oh, his voice is being lost in the locker room now because he's challenging us and he has to play better. But he knows he needed to challenge these dudes. If he get Wemby with De'Aaron Fox and all of them young dudes with Castle and them coming up and them showing up and Champagne and all of them boys, and they go 50 wins next season on his watch, I'ma say this: Denver better outseed them. Denver better outseed them because if they don't outseed them or they match up first round, and Jokic, MVP, Mr. Triple Double, gets out coached by his former coach, heads will roll again in Denver, and you can mark my word today on that.
Spurs without Pop just seem funny. To my local team, my fellow San Antonians, is gonna be so sad. I know.
Yeah, but I'm more as a man, I'm worried about Pop because Pop keep getting sick, and we ain't never seen Pop sick like this. And I think it's time. Just like Dick Vitale said, I'm coming back one last time in April, and I'm done. I think Pop needs to say, I'm getting old. I'm going to spend time with the fam. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to let somebody else have it. Let Mike Malone have it, see if he can make it turn around. But I'm telling you guys, if Mike Malone writes this shit is going to roll in Denver. They ain't going to be high. It ain't going to be mile high no more. People about to get slapped. Everybody about to have sober up around that bitch in a heartbeat. Because it's going to be you fired, you fired, you fired. I'm cleaning house. Because I fucked up, and you know the best way to unfuck my fuck up is I'm gonna get rid of all y'all and start
All
over.
you motherfuckers got
It's gonna be a liquidation sale. Everything must
Oh.
go.
Oh yeah, you might see Cat Williams pop up. Everything must go. Maybe even the rest of y'all. Just
Hey, they gonna be like, man, why are these U-Haul trucks in the parking lot?
and that's how I have it too. I had them suckers backed up, and they'll be like, "What are you doing?"
Motherfuckers on standby.
I'll be like, "Oh, you about to see? I'm about to pull a hell of a magic trick up in there. Don't nobody go sit down for the day.
Hey.
Don't nobody sit down." Matter of fact, you had your coffee. I moved all the pots to the front of the front of the office. Y'all make y'all coffee up there today.
Make sure it's in a to-go cup because ain't no.
All right, don't get comfortable.
Yeah, you got people back there packing shit. Don't worry about it. Just know, ain't nobody safe, right? But we have to move on from people getting packed up to brackets being broken and made. The NBA Pick'em brackets are here. Go make you a bracket. You can probably win your share up to $1 million if you pick the perfect bracket through NBA.com. And we have all made our brackets.
Yes, we have.
We're going to start with Rob.
Me?
With you, Rob. We're gonna go you first. And bam.
Let's get the bad picks out of the way.
Anywho, my unbiased ass bracket is brought to you by me. So as you can see, I got in the finals the Thunder and the Celtics. I went out on a limb, like the limits of limbs, to say the Celtics are actually going to make the finals again as back-to-back champs, but they gonna come against a buzzsaw of the Thunder. And as y'all can see, I got the Warriors losing in the second round. But like you can see how all this is gonna swear out. I do think that basically with the West Coast, the Thunder got the best team in the West. They're gonna go past the Grizzlies, who are really good. Like that's gonna be, I think, like a 6-7 game series. Like this is not your typical 1-8. This is a 1-8 where basically everybody was like about a game apart up until like a week ago. So, I mean, Warriors, I do think that they'll have enough to basically overcome the Rockets, but I don't think they'll have enough to overcome the Wolves. I think with Anthony Edwards and that team, I think they're going to be really good. Clippers could go either way, honestly, because the Clippers have a great squad that I think are going to overtake the Nuggets, but I think they're going to basically get beat by the Thunder, and then Thunder, Wolves, Western Conference Finals. Yeah, I think that's just gonna go the Thunder's way. Knicks, I got the Knicks beating Pistons. I think it's that Pistons' first time at the rodeo in a while. Knicks have basically been through this. They have a really good squad, especially with Cat, with Brunson, everybody like that. But Boston gonna overtake the Magic and go overtake them as well. And then Cleveland, I think they're gonna pretty easily, probably a sweep, beat the Heat. And then the Pacers, I got them beating the Bucks. Especially with the uncertainty with Damian Lillard and his health. Hopefully he is well. Hopefully D vein thrombosis did not affect his body too much. But I do think the Pacers are going to beat them. I think the Cavs got a great team. The 1 seed, of course, they're going to beat the Pacers. Got Boston over the Knicks. And then, of course, I got the Celtics beating the Cavs in a great series that's going to go at least probably 6-7 games. So, but yeah, I think Thunder Celtics going to go about probably 6-7 games as well, and then basically, Thunder go come out on top. So that's what I got for mine.
Okay,
see about y'all's. Yo, hater ass go.
Then my bracket is here. Okay. Also,
looks a little better.
Thunder. Also a Thunder Celtics Finals.
For the audio audience, I said fuck you.
First round, I gotta have the Thunder over the Grizz. I think Mr. Bang Bang shoot him up. I don't think he can get it done. He throwing grenades now. I just don't see him. They think that he can get him done. Now, my upset of the playoffs is right here. As much as I love the Nuggets, I think the Clippers might actually upset the Nuggets. Kawhi's been playing great. James Harden's been playing great. Zubac's been playing great. I think it's going to be the Clippers coming out ahead of the Nuggets. Lakers, Timberwolves. Jarvis, I'm going to give your Lakers the ups on the Timberwolves. Now, I will
make
say
a wish.
You know what?
Now, I will say this, bro. Y'all biggest fear has to be if them boys come out there and play lockdown defense. Because I've told you a million times, you got 3 traffic cones on defense on your team, okay? And if your traffic cones ain't in the right spot, this could be a long day for the Lakers.
We prepared, baby. We prepared.
But I do have them over the Timberwolves. Rob, I gotta pick Golden State over Houston. I think Houston has a better team, but I think you guys' playoff experience is gonna help y'all get through it. That Houston team is young. It's young, and I love them. I love them. They're defensively sound. I love them, but I think that they're gonna fold in the long run in 5-6 games. I think that they're gonna fold. On the other side, I think Cleveland's probably gonna sweep Miami. I'm sorry, it's over with. Now, I think that the Bucks are gonna come back and beat the Pacers, even though I want to say the Bucks are losing right now. I think that they can beat them in a 7-game series whenever Damian Lillard comes back. And the reason is, I feel like Tyrese Halliburton is gonna sell this series at some point during some. I just have a feeling that he may be able to prove me wrong. And the Pacers come out on top. But this nigga done sold me more times on parlays than anybody else. But I always selling me.
I mean, he's a big WWE fan, so maybe he's like, trying to play kayfabe.
Yeah, he might be. Then I got Knicks over the Pistons. The Pistons, young team. Now this is the one that I am kind of iffy about, Knicks Pistons, because the Knicks have struggled against high-end teams this year. And by the Pistons getting Cade Cunningham back, he's a big Magic Johnson type guard that can shoot the 3. He can get to the goal. He can rebound. He can facilitate. And I think that we're going to see the Knicks struggle with him a good bit. I think that they're going to struggle. I'm going to be honest. I think he might average 25, 7, and 7 against the Knicks. I really do. He's probably going to give them fits. It's that simple. And Celtics, Magic. Celtics, y'all should beat the Magic. Pretty easy. Then going back, Knicks, Celtics. I got the Celtics beating the Knicks. The Knicks are just going to fold. They're going to do Knicks type shit. They're going to fold. Bucks, Cavs. I got the Cavs. And I'll do this side. Cavs, Celtics. I think 7 games, Boston should win this, but this one could go either way. Those 2 teams are going to be evenly matched. I think Jaylen Brown is going to have to be the deciding factor. How good is his knee? How much time can he play? Will he be able to play by this? Will he be able to go long stints and help them out? But that series can be a coin flip on the other side. Golden State Lakers. Now, I will say this. I picked the Lakers, but I'm going to say this, Rob. I'm going to throw this out there.
Go ahead.
You might be able to upset this fool.
Might be.
And I'm going to tell you why. Jimmy Butler hates LeBron on the court. Draymond Green likes LeBron off the court, but he's known to kick people in the nuts.
So very much.
That Warriors team is pretty damn good. Okay, to say what it is, they're pretty damn good. They got a legit big and Quinn Post that can come out there and play big, and I think he can outplay Jackson Hayes.
Oh yeah.
Okay? That might be an upset that can go either way, because nothing would probably please Steph more than the rain on LeBron's parade. Okay, Thunder, Clippers. I think that one can go 6-7 games. The Thunder should win out. But like I said, even though the Clippers have the hardest route to the finals this year, if they want to make it, their team is built to do it. I will say it again. Do not sleep on this Clipper team. And I want to see how Ben Simmons is going to do, because it's already been said, Ty Lue said, I've had a talk with Ben. I told Ben I need him to play aggressive on defense and on offense. I need him to get to the rim against the Nuggets. And I'll say this, if he can get to the rim against the Nuggets, because the Nuggets don't exactly have a shot blocker outside of Aaron Gordon, he might be able to finagle 6 to 10 points and cause a little havoc and help them advance.
I just want to let y'all know that I talked to my cat and I wanted to be a German Shepherd to basically guard this house. So I'm basically having the same amount of hope in my people that he's having in his. I just want to let y'all know that.
Did we check the flight logs to make sure he's even traveling to Denver?
I mean,
I hope you would. I hope you would. I hope you would.
Well, might be a little skittish.
He might be. But Thunder's Lakers Western Conference Finals, Viski, y'all don't stand a chance. I don't see y'all beating them because the free throw merchant is gonna have. Have you not seen Austin Reeves try to guard this man?
Look, y'all could be a non-believers if y'all want.
Yeah,
we know them youngsters. They ain't ready for them bright lights, man. Come on.
They ready now. They done been to the playoffs last year. They're ready this year. And I want to tell you something. The free throw merchant in Shea Gilders, that defensive presence in that team, LeBron is going to be out just like his hairline is fading everywhere, okay? That ball's about to be humongous whenever the Thunder get done with him, okay?
Speaking of ball, the ball don't lie. They ain't going to go in every night.
It don't have to because they play defense unlike y'all. They play defense.
Like
you have multiple people on your team that'll go shoot 20 shots and hit 5 in the minutes, and it just be like,
LeBron gonna pull a Sidney Dean. You gotta adjust 6 to 8 inches to the left or the right.
Nah. Last time I checked, they ain't got no goddamn win in the arena.
Like
we had them fans blowing it in it's not the Staples Center no more. I'm about to say the Crypto.
Crypto.
It's the Staples Center to beat him.
Crypto. And I see Thunder, Celtics, finals, Thunder winning, beating the Celtics. I think the Celtics are gonna crumble in like 6-7 games. Yeah. I think Shea Gilders, the bigs and everything just gonna be too much for them. But that's my pick. Now on to
here this nigga go.
Nah, when you step into yourself, you know, it's first let me just say I got the People's Finals and I got the NBA Finals. I got the Media's Finals. The rematch we've been waiting on. The Lakers are coming to tie the Celtics. But anyway, let me start off in the Western Conference. First round, easy money for the Thunder. I give it to them. Thunder over Memphis, no problem. Cakewalk. Now, my next one, I don't even consider this an upset. Denver Nuggets versus the LA Clippers. Because if Kawhi was playing all season like he is now, the Clippers probably would have had the 2, 3, or even the 4 seed. So I got the Clippers breezing through them. Not breezing, but give or take, 5, 6 games. Then, I'm going to skip over, the Lakers right now. I'm going to come back. We got the Warriors Rockets. I think the inexperience going against the two-headed monster of Steph and Jimmy, that's gonna just overwhelm them. So then we got the Lakers and the Timberwolves. You know what? I don't even have to say much. Ant-Man, Blank Man, Pac-Man. Lakers in 5. That's all I gotta say.
Here this nigga. Nigga here.
I'll move on to my Eastern Conference first round. Tyler Superman Hero. I got him upsetting the Cavs. Him and Bam Saleh and Adebayo. I call him Saleh from the air up there, But Bam Saleh, they gonna just upset the Cavs and take them out. Nah, this next one. Go ahead. What's your comment? Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
Now, my next one could go either way. The only reason I have the Pacers taking out the Bucks. Is because when Dame comes back, I don't think the chemistry is gonna be there enough. And by the time the chemistry gels, I think the Pacers have too much momentum and they just finish off the job. Another kind of an upset I got is the Pistons. Here's why. If you notice, the Knicks coach, he played his starters a lot of minutes over the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they keep that same energy in the playoffs. I think playing all them 40, 42 minutes during games during the season is going to take a toll. And the young Pistons, they're going to pull an upset. Probably about 7 games. Of course, I got Celtics blazing through the Magic. That's no problem. No problem. And then I come to the Thunder Clippers. Again, Kawhi and James Harden. I just feel like the playoff experience, the level of talent that we got is just going to supersede whatever the Thunder is throwing at them. Yes, they're going to be fast. They're going to be pushing the ball. But the playmaking of James Harden, the offense and defense of Kawhi, they're going to take care of business.
Can't forget about Zubac, bro. Zubac is a big part of that.
Zubac too. Yes, Zubac too. Then we got Lakers Warriors. Jimmy, Steph, they're going to do what they do. And I see Rob, trying so hard. He biting the tongue over there. I'm going to say it again. I'm just
here, man.
Steph Curry, Jamaican Curry, Indian Curry. Lakers in 5.
Fuck out of it. So, you know what? No, keep going. Just keep going. I would say I'm gonna give you the floor, and I'm gonna keep my comments till the end. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Nah. Heat. Since the Heat upset the Cavs, I got the Pacers taking them out because eventually, sun only shines on the dog ass once, So the Pacers gonna take them out. Easy conference finals. Easy path to the conference finals for the Pacers. Boom, then I got the Celtics again, manhandling Detroit. They got their easy way to make it to the finals. They're going to manhandle Detroit. Tatum going to be too much. He going to show out. Then we got the Pacers, Celtics again. Since they had this easy path, the Celtics, they're going to easily take out the Pacers. I might give the Pacers 1 game. Might be a sweep.
How benevolent.
Then we get to the LA showdown of the conference finals. Nobody got to travel. All we doing is crossing the street. That's all we doing. We got what? The Clippers, Kawhi, James Harden trying to get a pardon. Can't go farther. Lakers in 5. All right, I give you Lakers in 6 this time. Lakers in 6.
Wow.
In 6.
Wow.
Kawhi, he might get
how heroic.
He might play for the first 2 series. You never know. Is he gonna even show up? Is he gonna wake up to come to the games to play the Lakers? You never know. He's so iffy. James Harden might be by himself again by the time we get to the conference finals. Kawhi ain't showed me he ready to play mentally. So when he gets to them Lakers, Kawhi, don't know why, Lakers in 5. Then we got the Boston Celtics and the Lakers. The match, the finals that the fans, the media, and even the NBA themselves want to see. And then, they ain't gonna have it. Lakers not gonna have the Celtics extending their lead to 2 finals, 2 championships. LeBron and Luka. They said that LeBron's last one gonna be Luka's first one. And that's how we gonna come. The Boston Celtics, the Celtic Warrior, Lakers in 5.
Go ahead, Rob, because I know you want to say. Go ahead.
People at home.
Matter of fact, I'm going to get this on the screen so you can get Rob.
People on the road. Wherever you partaking in this podcast, I want you to look at your calendar. And I want you to stare at it. And I want you to see the time frame where we at. And I want you to see what's, because we're recording on a certain day. We're recording on Nate's birthday. And Nate's birthday is April 19th. And what the day this is going to come out, or the day that basically, this is going to get released. It's 420. So, Jarvis, what strain was that fucking list Brett made on? Because the thing is, I want to help the people get to the level that you got to, where you made that bracket. Because I look at me and Nate's brackets, and it's like the whole commercial with the frying pan and the egg. And I'm like, this is your bracket on dust. And I'm like looking at Lakers in 5 in all these series. You got the Clippers being a historically great franchise, and the Thunder, who's having a historically great season. Like you got the 10 seed Heat beating the Cavaliers.
I mean, why
which
not?
Is really high.
You can't have no playoffs without some excitement.
I don't think there's a plant that's been grown from this earth that basically would ever espouse a thought like that. That's where I'm like, my dog, what's going on?
Baby. My bracket has excitement. It has
got chaos.
Exactly.
I said I love chaos, but not here. All right. No, I'm saying I do like chaos here.
Chaos, excitement, what ifs. That's like what it all got.
My guy, that is a courageous ass bracket. Hey. I will say that, but I ain't saying it's objectively smart. I ain't saying it's. I'm gonna just say, kudos to you.
Hey, we gotta have a shocker. Come on now.
That is one. I'm only saying this because you basically talked about mine. Honestly, you didn't say anything. I would have had nothing. I would have basically kept it cool. But no,
I get it. My favoritism might be showing a little, but this year I feel like my favoritism is valid.
Yo, all LA Western Conference Finals.
Yes.
A little.
I feel like my favoritism is valid. I validized it, this year. With how we playing, how everybody playing, it's valid.
Let me tell you something. Charles. You are pushing it with some of the wins because ain't no way in hell Miami beating Cleveland in that first round. Miami better pray to God that Cleveland don't blow through them like a hurricane and send them home in 3 games instead of 4.
Dog, they got so much depth on that team. Like, they could legit make the finals.
Their team can literally run 10 deep. Their team can run 10 deep.
Anybody else flop, it's them.
No.
Why they won't flop?
Because they got too much talent. Up and down.
The one team that can legit challenge them is Boston. That's why I told Rob at the beginning. Oh, what happened to Viski?
I think you hit your camera off. He was making those takes, and then basically his camera just basically was like, I am done. I can't do this no more. This man is on his own.
Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you something. His take on that shit is wild. To be real, I would say that I like the bracket. I'll take y'all behind. I'll just basically take off the character and be like, nah, I do actually like, because I like that. Actually, I got turned on that Knicks Pistons one, because I was like, you know what, the Pistons got some talent, and Cade can basically do it, especially if basically the Knicks have been running ragged. Yeah. And we got it back. Let me tell you something, bro. That's a wild bracket. Okay, yeah. So it's saying he'll continue on a new track. All right. What did it put him at though? Okay, it said the participant is still being recorded with new inputs. However, during the transition, there's a chance.
Is it just your camera's off, or?
Yeah, my camera is kind of off right now. I don't know.
Okay.
Tap and see if it'll let you back on. But I'll say it though. That's a wild one right there.
Hell yeah, that's that gif of Carlton shooting the ball with the episode where he took that final shot.
Easily. That was him trying to win one with that one. That was him trying to win one.
I like it though. I would say I like it though. I honestly do. Like, because it is like, I think it is a lot of them that are plausible, because that Clipper team is good as shit. And when we talk about like the biggest threats to like certain teams, the biggest threat to the Thunder is the Clippers.
Yes.
And the biggest threat to all those teams is the Clippers. The Clippers are really fucking good, and they got depth, and they got great coaching. Like, that's a championship winning coach. Like, they have the recipe to win it all.
Yeah, that shit is ridiculous. What did your camera do in Viski?
Coming back on.
Okay.
Is it a separate plugged-in camera, or is the one built into the computer?
Nah, it's a separate plugged-in one.
I just unplug it and plug it in real quick and see if it kick back on.
Yeah.
But that's trust me. That's one right there. I'm like, ooh, wait. That's a hard break. That is a hard break.
Might be indisposed. Show fellas.
See something. Cool. What did it do? Would it just flickered on and off?
Oh, y'all keep going while I figure this out.
Oh, all right, okay. All right, cool. So look, while Viski is dealing with his camera, I have a list that I must talk about.
I'm gonna clear out. Yeah, you got ISO, dog.
I'm calling ISO on this one, dog. I have an all NBA, and Rob named it for me, the all NBA test list. Let me explain this to you people. I watch the NBA a lot, and this season has upset me because of some of these people making absurd amounts of money and not playing games in the NBA. And the first thief that I'm going to talk about, and yes, he's a thief, is LaMelo Ball. Shouts out to LeVar Ball for getting his sons in the league, getting them shots, getting one of them extremely paid. I'm all for that. But this boy ankles can't stay healthy. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Rob.
What up, though?
You a Warriors fan.
I am.
Didn't the Warriors get Steph at a discount because of bad ankles?
Yeah.
And he ain't lose no money?
Not at all. Shit. Rob, like, yeah.
Rob, if the mind reminds me enough, LaMelo Ball, what he is, 20-something years old? Something like
he's about 23.
23 years old, bro.
Youngin.
6'7", $35 million a year. Okay? Now, if I asked you, how many games do you think he played this year? You think he played 60, 70?
You would think so. He's a great guard. Like, he's somebody that basically, is a star in the league, so to speak.
47 games.
Damn.
47 games, bro. 41 is the halfway point for NBA season. He's 6 games over 500. But he's making $35 million.
35.
Right ankle and right wrist surgery. Okay? Right ankle and right wrist surgery. Not one or the other. Both of them. Both of them.
Get some high tops, buddy.
And then people say, that ain't that bad. He's young. He can recover. All right. Well, let's talk about Scoot Henderson then. The Blazers. The guy from the G League that the Blazers put so much faith in.
Coming in at the 2 spot.
He's next up. He is my all-NBA tisk shooting guard. What's wrong with you, Scoot? You can't scoot across the floor good enough. Are they not paying you enough money I need you to let me know. Is $10 million not enough coming from the G League? You ain't have a we made it moment. Okay? Now you played 66 games, but only averaged 12 points a game, though. 12 points a game.
12.
That's it. They had so much faith in you. Now, granted, you only started 10 games this season, but you're playing 26 minutes. Okay? For 12 points. But yet, you want to be back in the starting lineup. That ain't starting lineup numbers. So 12 games is not gonna help you. Now granted, this Blazers team is very young. Some people may say you right, Scoot. You gotta write him a G pass, Price. He's only 21 years old. All right, you want to write him a G pass? What about this motherfucker Paul George and Brandon Ingram?
Ooh.
First of all, I'm going to start with playoff P. You regular urine son of a bitch. Okay? You regular season urine nigga. You don't play till it's time for your contract. And some of y'all may say, Price, well, you're being a little harsh. Well, let's go back and check the numbers. The last time he had a good run of seasons was the last year in Indiana and a couple years in Oklahoma. Have y'all not noticed he don't show up till it's time for the money?
I didn't.
He just showed y'all last year. He said, I could play 74 games next to Kawhi, baby. I'm here. I'm ready to play. Pay me. I'm worth it.
I got that wolf in me.
I got that wolf in me, baby. And Steve Ballmer showed me why he's going to always be a billionaire. He said, nah, Paul. Nah. I'm going to let you go somewhere else. I'm going to let you try the market, Paul. I'm going to let you go get it somewhere else.
Drive that lemon down the road, buddy.
Drive it down the road. And some of y'all may say, well, Price, I think you over-exaggerate. Nah, I'm not. Nah, I'm not. Because numbers don't lie. Numbers ain't lied to me yet. Rob, numbers lied to you?
Not here, not there, not anywhere.
So let's single out Paul George's time as a Clipper. First season, 48 games. Second season, 54 games. You'll say, ooh, I'm going up a little bit. Is he going to crack 69? Next season, 31 games. And then he hopped back up, 56 games. And then he hit that 74. That's that contract year, baby. That's that. Look, we about to lose this money. We need some more money.
What we talk about? All contract year team, buddy. That man is all contract year Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer with it. And what he did this year, 41 games, bro. 16 points a game in 41 games. And they gave him $212 million, Rob.
Of them things.
And what you got? 41 games.
Only half
I bet not ever hear him call himself playoff P again. Ever. I don't want to hear. If you say that your name's playoff P like they make the joke, you regular season year. That's it. That's all you are.
So it is written. So it is said.
So it is written, so it is said. Now,
he's playoff P, missing playoff speed. That's what he is.
You damn right, Jarvis. You damn right. Because he ain't never there.
MVP.
He ain't never there. God damn it, he must have kidney stones or something in his bladder. Nigga can't piss right. Because niggas never there whenever they need him, okay? And I had to throw Brandon Ingram up here. Brandon Ingram, I was so happy whenever we got rid of you. Because your upside is so high. But whenever you ain't there, you ain't there. How many games do you think Brandon Ingram played this year? Either one of y'all. How many games do you think he played this year?
I'd say about 65, 70.
I'm going to go with like 57.
What if I told y'all both were wide left, nigga? I mean wide left.
Oh, shit. That Scott Norwood.
Not even
18 games. 18 games. Wait, how many he played?
Hold on. Only?
I could have seen I saw him on the court mode.
18 games. That's how many games he played.
So you telling me I imagined him on the court? That's what you telling me.
That's what you did.
Like we thought about the Brandon Ingram theory, not the Brandon Ingram actuality.
It's it though. That's all he got for you. He got 18 games for you though. That's it. 18. 2024, 2025, you got 18 games for you though.
Damn.
That's it. That's it. That's all he got. He has not been there.
That is wild.
I told you, these guys get this money and they do not put in the time. They do not put in any of what you need from them. They don't.
He didn't even play in Toronto, did he?
No.
God
They
damn.
shut him down, Rob. They shut him down.
That boy, they got mad. He said, "He shut him down."
Shut him down. Damn. I didn't even realize that.
Do you know when the last time he played, bro?
What was up?
December 7th last year.
Oh shit. He didn't even play. He hasn't even played in this year. He hasn't played in this administration.
He has not played in this administration, dog.
Oh man.
That's what you got about him.
What did they trade for? I'm sorry.
A bench warmer. That's it.
Like
he has
he's
not
a good
played.
guard the water cooler.
There you go, though.
The training table. No,
he got all that shit.
As long as he was there.
He got all that shit on lock over there, though. You ain't hitting the table. You ain't getting to the Gatorade cooler, the towels, none of that shit. Because he got it all on lock. All defensive Gatorade cooler guarder. 18 games, though. He did not play in Toronto.
And they signed. They gave him money, too?
Gave it to him. Gave it to him. But yet you wonder why be upset with these fools that get this money.
God damn.
Me and him played the exact same amount of games in Toronto. They could have paid me.
Sam signed you to an extension.
And I'd have took less money. I'd have took less money.
Hey, I'd have went out there. I'd have pulled a Rick Fox. At least I would have been out there to be somebody that could use files, you know.
Like, who am I supposed to get, coach?
Toronto gave him an extension. 3 years from 2025 to 26, 26 to 27, 27 to 28. He will be 30 years old. He's that young. He's still that young. And they gave him 3 years, $120 million. That's $40 million a season.
Mm-hmm.
That's for a dude that got traded that played 18. He didn't even play in his new uniform.
Yeah. Maybe, I mean, Canada always is seen as a nice people. Maybe that's what it is. They were like, I see you downtrodden on your luck, young man. Here's $40 million a year.
Boo that
man.
Now, granted, whenever he was in New Orleans, he played a good bit in New Orleans. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you. He had 64 games last year, but 45 the year before, 55 the year before, 61, 62. His peak was 64. All right? He never hit the 70 game mark. Okay? He hasn't hit the 70 game mark since his first year as a Laker. He is 79. He's barely hit 60 1, 2, 3 times in his career since hitting 79 his first year. Okay? But yet he's had a $158 million contract and another $120 million contract for the next 3 years. And he played 18 games. They had a press conference, dog. He held up a jersey that he hasn't worn.
Basically.
I want you to think about it.
Hey, that man.
You can go to your job right now and hold up your company's billboard and then not go work. And you got paid.
Yep.
That's what he just did.
Yeah.
That's how egregious this is, though. That's how egregious this is. And then I got to talk about one of his former running mates.
Ooh.
Zion, let me tell you something, bro. You in my second home. I love New Orleans. Mama's family from there. My daddy's family in a city not far from their lunch. I love New Orleans. Second home. So many summers, so many memories. But see you in this stalker, this bitch with this badass BBL, they keep bothering you, and all of these shenanigans in New Orleans, this shit gotta stop. Now they didn't put Joe Dumars in charge, so I'm looking for a shakeup to happen in New Orleans because he already said he's gonna go talk with Zion and he's gonna see what they can do to help him out and what New Orleans might shake up. But this gotta stop, though. You fell for the worst trap. You fell for a woman with one of the worst BBLs.
So bad.
I'm talking about Dominican Republic Cantina BBL job.
Great value like BBL.
A basement job. That's what they look like.
A basement job, though.
Same amount of cement.
Same amount. She got legs and shit. She looked like the fucking queen ant of all of her ants, though.
She looked like Jiminy Cricket's cane, like thing that go with the hook. Like it just don't look right.
Though. I was thinking more shaped like a wisdom tooth, but that works.
There you go, though.
We're all right.
and
that's wrong.
You giving her money to stick around?
Oof.
You giving her money? Why? Because you got it. Because you done took it from the people of New Orleans.
Mm.
See, that's why he losing weight, because he ain't got no more po' boy money. Money going to her.
See, second order effect.
Somewhere, though. Gotta be going somewhere, though. And the thing is, I like who you are as a person. I like the aggressive play. You get out there and you get busy whenever you're on the court. But we ain't on the court. We dealing with her. Why are we dealing with her? Look, me and the boys talked about this. I'm not going to say me. Neither one of my partners would be perfect if we were famous and had a bunch of money.
Nope.
But I know one motherfucking thing. We'd have picked bitches better than her to deal with on a regular basis.
We are men of quality.
Yes.
That ain't.
You pick the furthest thing from being quality for you to make $36 million a year right now. Okay?
You think all that money would give him a little more common sense?
Something.
You played 30 games, though. 30 games. You averaged 24.6 points, 5.3 assists, 7.2 rebounds. Respectable numbers in 30 games.
30.
Now, if I could have got you to get where I needed you to get, do you realize last year he gave us so much hope at 70 games? He played 70 games last year.
Wild. Contract year, ain't it? Or no, that was after the contract.
No, I think that was after the contract.
Okay.
70 games.
Yeah.
People were like, man, we got this. If Zion stay, we got this. And what happened? 30. Do you know in 5 years in the NBA, he's played 214 games?
Years? Dang.
5 years, bro. It's 82 games a season. We can round it down to 80, multiply that times 5. What we looking at? 8 times 5 is what, 40? So you're looking at 400 plus some change?
Yeah.
So out of 400 games, you didn't play less than half?
Less than half, yeah.
Because once we tag on the extra few games, what we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you're looking at what, 410 games? Some shit like that? 410? You didn't play 214? You barely making it to 50% of the games? Come on now, though. Look, stay away from them bitches. Or get high quality women.
If they start paying them based on performance and not potential, he wouldn't have this problem.
You're right.
Fair.
You're right. If they paid a lot of these dudes on performance and not potential, it'd be a lot of them wouldn't be having a lot of shit today. And you know what? I ain't forgot about the biggest perpetrator of them all. Take a swig of my water for you, bitch ass nigga.
I mean, go ahead, pass. Take your time.
Get him.
Joel Embiid. The once touted process. The guy that gave Philly so much hope. You even stole a motherfucking MVP from Joker. And then he won a finals MVP that year and won a title. Something you ain't got.
Not one.
Okay. You had Ben Simmons before his mental breakdown. You done had James Harden. You done had Jimmy Butler. Now you got broke ass playoff P and Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey, your back ought to be in shambles from pulling that organization, especially with them two big ass paid bitches with their big bags of money on your back. You got a haul everywhere.
You know,
because who pays him?
Dun, dun.
Why are y'all paying him?
Dun,
Why?
Dun,
What's
dun,
wrong with y'all?
Dun, dun.
$51 million, Rob. $51 million. How many games he played, Rob? How many games you think he played?
Oh, probably like, I would say 20.
He didn't even play 20, Rob. He played 19.
Damn. I was that close.
$51 million. $51 million, though.
I was joking.
This is what they paid him. I gotta have knee surgery.
That's why they're trying to get that retirement exception. You know, they trying to get it.
No, they need it.
Injury retirement.
Now look, it was said 8 days ago he went through arthroscopic surgery on his left knee. His knees have been a horrible issue. He need to go see whoever Kobe wins. That's what he need to
blood
go.
spinner.
Yeah, he need to go to Germany. He making the money. He can go to Germany.
Stem cells, all that shit.
He can pay for the flight. He can pay for a house over there while he there. He can pay for a lot of shit from what he made this season, playing 19 games to fix his body. They say LeBron spent $1 million each year in maintenance on his body. Okay, you can't. Let's say $50 million. You make 30 after tax. All right. You can't spend $1 million on the thing that you need the most to help you make more money.
Right.
1 out of 30, and you make 30 of them each year after taxes.
Right.
That's it. Just one. If you motherfuckers stop spending money to these bad built Instagram hoes and shit, and go spend it on your body, maybe I can see you play more than 19 games. I don't even want to buy NBA pass. When I buy a league pass and they be like Phillies on, I laugh like 50 Cent in that damn meme and pull off. Nigga, I don't even hit the damn game. You know? Just leave that shit there. I don't even want to see it. I've watched Tyrese Maxey struggle with his supporting cast, and neither the pissy one is out there. You know? Neither one of y'all out there. Do you know that there was an advertisement at one point for NBA Pass, and it said, watch Joel Embiid and Paul George play for the 76ers. One nigga done played 41 games, the other one played 19.
They can't even pull the whole season together.
I don't even know about you, but that don't even make sense for me to even turn that shit on at that point. If that's the advertisement you gonna run it.
Nigga, them collectively can't even qualify for an NBA award.
But they try to sell us on shit like that. And it ain't every NBA player. Because there's some dudes that are legit hurt. And whenever they play, they box office. Kawhi showing us that right now.
True.
Hey, whenever I'm healthy, or I'm box office, baby, I'm him. We running. We know his knee is fucked up. His knee looks like a transformer. We can see this. We have visual proof of what's going on with Kawhi Leonard. I ain't seen Joel Embiid. Paul George is just injury riddled like nobody's business. I'm telling you, he played just good enough whenever that contract about to come, and he set your boy. That nigga's the most excellent contract hype man ever out there. He give you that hope that you gonna say, man, I got Paul George, who's a lockdown defender. He can give me 20, 25 a night, and he gonna guard one of the best players, and we gonna be in the playoffs, and I'm gonna have him, and we gonna do this thing. And then he give you 41 games, and he go sit his ass at home. That's what he did. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with, though. I just had to get that to y'all.
And you know what? Like my dog, you did that shit.
This is what we dealing with.
Tell them why you mad though.
This is what we dealing with, though. This is what we dealing with. If you are a fan of any of those teams and you feel like you want to buy, I can't even tell you nothing, dog.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you nothing, big dog. I gotta let you rock. Especially if you're a Philly fan. Because y'all getting a double dose of it. Y'all ain't got one person with a big contract. Y'all got two. And neither one of them play like that. Yeah. And it don't matter what they tell me. He can tell me whatever you want. Man, my knee fucked up. Your knee always fucked up. Why we ain't took care of this shit?
Hey, what else is new?
Yeah, it's literally like that. But that was my all NBA tisk. Now, going from NBA just injury riddled people who don't need to be paid to Rob saying he thinks the Chiefs are done winning, and I don't. Rob, do you think the Chiefs are done winning?
So I want y'all to look at y'all calendars again and see what tomorrow also is, and see that it's Easter. And just like someone else that was nailed to a cross in front of company and crucified, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. So, like, if y'all saw the Super Bowl, like, they basically was right there splayed out in front of everybody, just kind of hanging up and just donezo. Once great dynasty, or dynasty is an after thing, but once great, like, run, which it is still crazy to get, 2.99 peated, but like it's crazy. But after looking at what they are, because what made me think about this is the San Francisco 49ers, actually, one of the teams they beat in the Super Bowl. I can't remember who was the person that made the quote, but it was the fact of the matter of how much they had been in the playoffs and had so many deep runs, and year after year after year after year, having the guys basically take a lot of brunt of punishment, it takes a toll on you. And when you have a team that just basically was one game away from the first three-peat since the merger, essentially, having that team basically give that continuous excellence, it's got to take a toll. So I really think, even though Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback I've ever seen, probably the best of his era, it's still to the point of this team itself may not have the bodies that can withstand winning. And with all these teams, when you got like the AFC West, having the Broncos basically starting to come up, Chargers going to come up sooner or later. They've been stockpiling talent and basically doing their thing for a little bit. But you also got the Buffalo Bills, who now have an MVP, Josh Allen. You got the Ravens that has like this, Lamar Jackson, and the cast of characters they keep bringing up with Derrick Henry, just got D-Hop, even though it's the kind of the husk of D-Hop. Yeah. But you have so many good teams that this team is going to have to go after. And then you got the motherfucking Debo over there with the Eagles. Like, it's the thing of, you have too much talent that it's hard to withstand. So I'm not saying that they're going to be bad. I'm not saying that they're going to be like, this is the end, they'll never win again. But it's going to be a long time before they rise to prominence again. And I really feel that that's going to be the way that the Chiefs are going to go.
Jarvis, do you think that we're done?
The only reason to say no is because, did you see that new YN haircut Mahomes got?
Oh, yes.
Did you see that new YN haircut?
Yes.
We about to get a new Mahomes. We about to get the brother. His daddy side about to come out.
Yes.
His daddy side coming out next season. So I gotta see how the YN Mahomes play first.
Fair point.
That's all. I gotta see how the YN play.
Let me tell you something. Along with that, and my faith in him, it wouldn't surprise me if he gonna have a cigar on the sideline like his daddy, and he about to go out there and show out. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I think he want all the smoke this season. I think he want all the smoke this season, Rob. He want tobacco smoke, weed smoke, train smoke, smoke, fire engine smoke, firehouse smoke,
Friday.
smoking from Friday, smoking the bell. He said, bring it all on. I saw that haircut, and I Says demon time now. I said all he want now is a receiver, and it's on. It's done. And guess what? I'm lobbying. Tyreek Hill, take your ass back home, dog.
Ooh.
If you get back Cheetah, and I have Cheetah, Xavier Worthy, Travis Kelce, you telling me he can't throw for 40 touchdowns and get robbed?
That is entirely plausible. I didn't even think about it. Like, that is entirely plausible that he could go back there, especially because, like, seemed like Miami's a done deal as far as him being out there. So
he go back with him, Worthy, and remember, they still got Rashid Rice.
I mean, we don't know exactly. Like, the accident, granted, it didn't kill nobody, but the accident that he had in Dallas, we still don't know what's coming after that. Like, look, they were like, hey, we're going to wait until after the season. After the season here, we ain't still our shit.
Look, and I think that means he might be decent, because if they have Rashid Rice, Xavier Worthy, you get Cheetah to come back in Tyreek Hill.
Got Hollywood.
Hollywood is there. Pacheco is in the backfield. Kareem Hunt is still there. Juju is there. We talking about a receiving core with Noah Gray as the backup tight end behind Travis Kelce, which Noah Gray is pretty goddamn good, if you let me say it myself. I feel like the biggest downfall last year for the Chiefs were they couldn't stay healthy. The offense could never get going because nobody was ever there. But you bring back an offense like that, I think he threw for 50 touchdowns one year. That boy might try to go for that boy might try to go for the record and with his new haircut and say, hey, I want 60. He threw 50 his second year in the league. He didn't threw 50, he didn't threw 40, he didn't been around the 30s, mid to high 30s. He's to throw maybe 55, 56, 57.
I don't know, dog. It's like you make compelling cases. I will grant both y'all that, but I think the thing is when it comes to Mahomes, that whiteness is still there, both inside and out. Like, you know, and I mean, Miss Fried Shuckin' is still right there. So I mean, his daddy only gonna basically be able to do so much, or his daddy's side is gonna be able to do so much to him, even though he got that new haircut.
We ain't never seen his daddy side come out. I think this is the turnaround trip. I
love to see it though. I love to see it though. I can't front with you.
Look, if this is his daddy side coming out, this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all better be ready, cause he might throw 50 touchdowns and wink at your bitch in the stands and might get a number on his way out of there. I'm just throwing it out there,
nigga.
I'm just throwing it out. I don't think he's done by a long shot, Rob. I think that at least he got one more. At least one more in him. At least. Because unlike this other person we about to talk about, I don't even want this other person in the league.
Let's go to him.
Lord.
Let's talk about it.
Let me tell you something, Aaron Rodgers. Mr. used to be discount, double check, broke ass. You a broke big dog right now, right?
You need to double check yourself in the retirement home.
Guess the fuck he does?
Boy, pull up that Fidelity account.
Yep, you better pull up that retirement account right now and say, you know what? I done had a good run. I got an MVP and shit. I got a championship. I need to leave.
Let me go be weird somewhere else.
Yes, because lying to people about COVID vaccinations and stuff during a time and crisis of the world. And then getting a man fired last year, and then leaving the team. And you want to go somewhere and compete for a title? You know what? I'm gonna let y'all know. Whichever one of y'all decide to pick up on him, I hope that your GM gets out the bed for the next 17 Sundays and smacks his pinky toe against the doorway with no shoes, just the sock on.
Kind of hurtful.
And he gonna learn from his mistake of picking up Aaron Rodgers, because this is a horrible thing to do. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know where he could go and start his retirement early? He could go be in Miami, because we not sure if Tua ahead. We are not sure, and we all know this. And this isn't a shot at you two. Well, it might be. You know you got to keep the guardian cap on your head, though.
You gotta do something, dog.
We know this.
It's like I understand where you're coming from, but yeah, you gotta do something, dog.
He has to. But on Aaron Rodgers, I need him. Look, I'm 1 second away from taking him out back and treating his ass like old yellow. I'm gonna get rid of his ass because he's playing around. I don't know if I want to be a Steeler. You better go where they're willing to take your ass at.
Like, he needs to figure out who the fuck he actually is, because we figured it out. We've all come to the conclusion of, hey, dog, you ain't got it no more. Fastball ain't fast no more. Like, you are somebody that, when Aaron Rodgers was with the Jets, because he was in a very advantageous position that people really wanted him in a team that basically everybody said that was a win now team that basically was a quarterback away, and he was that quarterback that came in. And he entitled himself to not go through training camp, to basically go get high on ayahuasca. Again, happy 420. But basically go get high instead of being with his teammates trying to get cohesion. He felt that he was above that shit. And now it seemingly is doing that same bullshit again. And so it's like, you are not that, my brother. I understand you feel like the shackles of Green Bay was on you for so long and you basically got your freedom. You are the caged bird that is now singing amongst the sky. But really, you are dirt. You are somebody that basically is getting trampled on and don't know what you actually are. You need to come to that realization before that realization comes to your ass in a very harsh and rude way. That's the issue. That's where we are.
He think he's still the man around here, and he still think he got pulled, when really last season showed me you ain't got no more pull and no more, everybody moving on, because we can't wait on somebody who washed up. He washed more than my laundry over there.
What I'm telling you, they need to realize that if you take Aaron Rodgers right now, I know that you want to see all of the upside. But my dog, it ain't there no more. It ain't there no more. He destroyed a team, dog. He destroyed a team and got a team that we, like you said, they're a quarterback away. They're a quarterback away. Some people said Russ should have wound up over there. Russ will be good. He's a positive guy. He'll fit right in the Jets organization. And they said, nah, we want Aaron. Then that motherfucker came out there and hiked the ball and went down, set, and never got the fuck back up. He hiked one time in a year and he was on the ground. My leg. My leg. And then we got him a second season. He's coming back. He's strong. And he destroyed the team. He got a coach fired. Nobody liked him. What does that tell you? That tells me I shouldn't have got rid of my goddamn coach, even though they always fire coaches first. Mm-hmm. I got rid of a good coach to satisfy his ass, and what did I get? Nothing. Nothing. Like The Rock said, Papa, who's that call for you? It's nobody. Yeah. Nobody's calling for you right now. It may be a few teams.
You get everything you want. I don't like how Rodgers got everything he wants, still didn't make nothing happen.
Nothing. In the one team that wants him, he won't go over there in the Steelers.
I don't know. It's like he's playing. I don't know. I'm
still waiting on Rob's team to pick him up,
which is seemingly not going to happen if it hasn't happened yet.
Y'all better not pick him up. I'll go to your front office and punch niggas in the nuts if they pick his dumb ass up. Because I'm not playing. They better leave him where he is.
It's kind of harsh. But to that point, like, it hasn't happened yet, and it hasn't been a reason to happen. Because, like, the Vikings are going all in with JJ. Basically, we got Brett Rippon. That's the only backup we have. Rodgers is not going to come there to be a backup. We have everything set for JJ McCarthy to start. All they looking for is a backup. Aaron Rodgers, even though he basically he gave the whole spiel of, it's not about money. It's not about plan. It's not about this.
Lies.
hashtag that nigga's lying, Your Honor. That man is trying to get a job somewhere, and he's like I said, going out sad because it's like, dude, just go to the Steelers, call it a day. But he's like, I don't know, they still want me. I don't know what's gonna happen. Get your old ass on a squad or leave. Point blank.
Look at your teams. Buffalo, can't have him. Don't want him.
Right.
Miami, Tua is questionable with concussions. Maybe. Would you take him? New England, no. Jets, you just buried yourself there. Baltimore, no. Bengals, no. Cleveland, couldn't have you if they wanted to because they got $230 million guaranteed tied up in another dude. Pittsburgh wants you. You playing hard to get. Houston ain't gonna really want you. Indianapolis look like they trying to fix their problems or they don't know what they might do with Quinn Richardson. Maybe you could have ended up there. Who knows? Jacksonville just gave a dude $200 and some million. Tennessee, I don't know. Maybe you could have wound up in Tennessee. Denver, not happening. Kansas City, not happening. Vegas, not happening. Chargers, not happening. Arizona still has belief in Kyler Murray. Rams, not happening. San Francisco, they might pull a Deion debacle and we might see chaos in San Francisco come to draft.
Please go get Shador. Please go get Shador. Please go get Shador.
I just Seattle not doing it. Atlanta not doing it because Atlanta showed your ex-quarterback what the hook was. You can't read this offense. We drafted Michael Penix Jr. So we're ready. Carolina ain't gave up on Bryce Young. New Orleans, maybe, because New Orleans don't know if Derek Carr be ready. They're maybe in the hunt to draft the quarterback. They don't know if they want to keep Spencer Rattler or not, but it might not be Aaron Rodgers' time. Tampa Bay, I will say this, and I just got to take my hat off to Baker Mayfield. You are making a killing in Tampa Bay. You are making a killing in Tampa Bay. Where people doubted you, you are making a living in Tampa Bay. I just got to throw that one out there to you, Baker Mayfield. Chicago, Caleb Williams. Detroit, they still got golf. Green Bay, they drafted your goddamn successor before you even got up out of there. Minnesota, y'all going all in on JJ. Dallas, your team, Jarvis, y'all still got a quarterback coming back, and I'd take him over Rodgers right now, Prescott. The Giants, they went and got 2 vets. They don't know what they might do. Philly just won the Super Bowl with their quarterback. He may not be the best thrower of the ball, but he can run the ball and make throws whenever need be. And Commanders just drafted, in our opinion, offensive rookie of the year, Jaden Daniels out of LSU. You don't have many spots. You cannot be picky. This is the equivalent to whenever your mama tell you, you better hurry up and pick something before I pick for you.
The lights are on. The music is basically slowing down. You need to find the date, my brother. You need to get your ass out of there and go.
And do it fast before nobody picks you up, and then you're going to be standing there like John Travolta with your arms out in Pulp Fiction looking where everybody went.
Look, man, he just needs to accept it and ask Tom Brady if they got a seat next to him in the play-by-play booth. Because his era is done.
He would be so shitty. As granted, I was hoping he ain't as bad as Troy. Troy Aikman is actually at least Troy Aikman actually can at least be pretty decent, pretty like good. Aaron Rodgers, oh well, it looks like the players they threw the ball at the other player, and I usually go, but he has a way of speaking. It's like, who gonna give a fuck about what you got to say, dog? You suck.
He need to go retire, though. Either go be a Steel or retire. That's your option right now.
Yeah.
Or I could always walk you out back in the field. I could do that for you. I can go ahead and walk you out back, though. I got you now. You want me to handle it?
He gonna wind up playing too many games, then gonna be forced to retire because there won't be a spot.
That's what's probably gonna happen.
Yeah.
Now, MLB. First, I'm gonna let Rob handle this with the call-up incentives, and then we're gonna have a check-in with fandom and talk about what's going on in the MLB. Rob, go ahead and handle this incentives. debacle right now.
So I'm gonna make it real quick. So like MLB has prospect promotion incentives, or PPI, that basically incentivizes teams to call up their younger guys and kind of speed them up to the major leagues, just so essentially they can have like, you know, these more known like guys, kind of basically make their sport closer to what the NFL and NBA does, you know, because when the guys get drafted, they go straight to the league. They are playing against, you know, the top talent right then and there, versus baseball. You get drafted, these guys aren't seen for at least a couple years. So like they're trying to basically get these incentives and basically having these guys like get called up. And to me, I don't think they're doing a service to like more of these top prospects. So like Jordan Walker, for example, that's the main one I could think of. He was the number one prospect when he came up with the Cardinal system, but hadn't played AAA. There was just more thought of, let's get this guy up here. Granted, present company included, because I was really excited about him. But to get him up, get him going on the major league level, especially because he was 20 years old, or he was 19 at the time. Basically, he could grow into the league, everything like that. But I think that we didn't do as right by him, especially because he was going up and down to AAA. You know, he was there, he was gone. Like, it doesn't really help. Like, have these guys go to AAA, see what they do there, and kind of more get their timing coming to the MLB a little bit better, and not just have to rush it up. Because I understand basically trying to get the next group of stars in, because you want to basically not have a gap like the NBA seemingly is going to have when LeBron and Steph eventually leave the league. And so you want to have your guys like your Bobby Witt Jr.'s or your Julio Rodriguez's right there waiting in the wings to take over for the Mike Trouts, the whoever, you know, like you want them to be there. But the problem is they're kind of speeding these guys to get draft picks essentially. So you get an end of the first round compensation pick if basically your PPI eligible player accrues 1 year of service as a rookie and then factors into a major award. So that could be Rookie of the Year, that could be Cy Young, what have you. Like basically,
or top three in MVP.
Or top three in MVP. So like a Paul Skeens, for example, he would be somebody that would be seen as like an eligible player because he only really spent a year in the minors, because he got drafted in 2023 and was up in the latter end of 2024. So he really didn't spend much time in the minors at all, but he absolutely killed it in the minors and absolutely killed it at the start of last season. But it's hard to basically, I mean, some of those guys it works out for, but even he's kind of fallen to earth. He's got a 2-1 record with a 2.96 ERA. Good, but not as good as what he was last year. And so it's just to the point of, give these guys some AAA time. Don't try to rush their progression. Don't try to rush too much. And it's going to have to be some patience from the fans to be like, hey, I want to see this dude play on my Major League Baseball team. I want to be on the main roster, but he's got to develop. He's got to basically get better, and just gotta have more patience when it comes to this.
Now I'm gonna say this before we move away from this. I like this system giving them picks for them making right picks.
Right.
Okay. This is damn near the total opposite of what the NBA is doing. Because the NBA, you got to be bad to get a high pick.
Yeah.
But this rewards you for having a good player. Not necessarily the best team, but if you pick the right person and they do good, they give you an extra pick. And I'm cool with that. Yep. I'm cool with giving you something for picking right. Because picking right and getting the extra pick, to me, that shows that you got some knowledge going on in the front office. You know what's going on. These guys are, they're making it. Like, because I was gonna let you finish, but we had Corbin Carroll got the Orioles. Gunnar Henderson got the Orioles, and now look at the Orioles. We're looking at the Orioles like they done made the playoffs. They putting the team together. They got picks. Bobby Witt Jr. got one. I want to say he got his team one. Who else got one? I know Witt, the Orioles got two.
I think it said Julio Rodriguez did too.
Yeah, he did. Julio had gotten them one, but it's something that you get, and I appreciate it. It's saying, hey, you picked right. We're gonna help you.
Yeah.
We're gonna help you pick again and try to be right again. Versus, I need you to go out here and lose.
Mm-hmm. Like we need to be as bad as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. At least you get something for picking a good player versus drafting like Frederick Weiss or something like that. You know?
Yeah, no. It's and like I said, like you get it to where like it's gonna help college, baseball, because it's like, you're gonna be able to for the guys that actually go to college, like you're gonna be able to see like, okay, this guy that I just saw play for, say, Texas A&M or Clemson or whoever, they're going to go through the minors possibly quicker, get to the major league level. And so it just gives you that level of continuation that you see out of basically other sports, where it's like, hey, I just saw you in the College World Series. Now I'm not going to see you again for the next, few years. It's like, no, you see them in the College World Series and then you see them in the major league level right then and there. MLB The Show kind of did the same shit, where it's like you had basically, like if you go to college, you can go to the major leagues faster versus if you go straight out of high school or whatever. So it's and you get more incentive basically if you do that. So I mean, like, it can work. It's just, I think there has to be a level of development has to be worked out as well.
And there we go. We have Viski back on
video. He's here.
I had to switch devices.
All right. Now, just back in time for us to talk about fandom, and since you've popped back in, how do you feel a month into the MLB with your Braves?
How is the projects?
Oh, y'all talking to me?
Yeah.
I mean,
James Evans.
It's kind of hard to breathe at the bottom of the barrel over here. Yeah,
Do tell.
I don't know what's going on. Like, the wins are just so hard to come by, and honestly, it's what I've been saying for the past few years. Since we won the title, our bats are not working. The bats are not swinging like they supposed to. And that's basically how I feel about it. We can't keep up with scoring. We can't
keep up.
Outscore people, and that's our
They got
issue.
pills for that. But I understand it. Like, you guys, you've had your rough turn, and things have kind of just been that, been kind of bad. Like, you just fell off. You took your bottle of wine, and you just been out here just boozing it up.
So I will say this, Viski. Y'all biggest problem is on the road. Y'all are 2-11 on the road. Y'all are 4-2 at home. On the road, the Braves have not been the best at all. Maybe y'all will get it together. We don't know. But I know we will be checking in throughout the year to see how y'all do. But right now, I understand it's a little hard to breathe. Now, Rob,
I need that laugh.
I know it is definitely the prayer, but not Rob.
The biggest Brave hater in the world over there.
Yes, he is.
I tell truth. I'm just an objective journalist over here. Just giving people what actually it is going on with the Braves, which is not a goddamn thing. Those motherfuckers in the projects, not moving on.
Now hold on now.
Go ahead.
Your team is also under 500 currently.
Oh, right now. Currently.
How do you feel about your St. Louis Cardinals?
So, unlike Viski, our bats are working. We are one of the best hitting teams in all of Major League Baseball. When you look at the OPS, when you look at average, when you look at, home runs, you look at every single statistical output, bats, we have been killing it. Losses. Oh, where the fuck are y'all though? How close the hell do I need to get to the Braves? But be that as it may, all I'm saying is we've been making it work in lieu of, and granted, the pitching has been working out now, but in lieu of a bullpen that we can't trust. And that's been the shitty part about it. It's like Helsley, who was our bright spot last year. I think he either almost had or he had 50 saves last year. I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
no, he almost had. It was 49. he basically has not been the bright spot this year. I know he blew it. I remember watching the game, blew a save to y'all Red Sox, Ed Fenway.
Yeah.
Like it was like
it's a beautiful thing.
Subjective. But like no, I mean, we haven't been able to trust. Last night, Ryan Fernandez, who should be in Memphis by the time this episode airs, basically just blew the game yesterday against the Mets.
Tattooed a walk-off home run against
to like dead center. Like Lindor, Francisco Lindor absolutely belted one of them. But that's the thing. Ryan Fernandez, Kyle Leahy's been all right, but like Ryan Fernandez was a dude that we called up. He was a Rule 5 pick. He was making things happen last year, and then he has been pooping the bed all this year. He probably got an infinite ERA right now. Like it's bad when it comes to him.
You know what the bad part? Back down. You know what the bad part was about it? I literally saw a guy talk about it. He said, they're bringing Ryan Fernandez out there and Francisco Lindor is on deck. And I remember thinking for a split second, I said, if he walked this off against him, I said, they're going to want to hang Ryan Fernandez by his toes. And sure enough, boom. And I said, oh, yeah, he got all of that one. He got all of that.
We need something to help. And this always happens with the Cardinals. It's like we could get two things working, and then one thing is going to basically be our detriment. We could get starting pitching working, we get the bats working, bullpen going to be shit. We get the bullpen working, we get the starting pitching working, bats are the shit. It always happens this way. But the thing about it is I'm still hopeful in this team. We're going to get Mason Wynn back from the IL. We're gonna make this whole thing shake. It's just a matter of time before it does. We're not going to basically be cellar dwellers looking up at the Marlins of all teams.
Oh my God, that's a low blow right there.
Like we underwater, dog. Like we sinking. We would have bubbles coming up like Sonic.
Mate, you know what this sound like?
What up?
This sound like we all outside. Me and Rob both outside of the club and can't get in, but he's celebrating because he's 4 people ahead of me.
That's what it sounds like. I sure am. They gonna look at me first.
I'll say this, Rob. Y'all have the same problem. 8-4 at home, 1-7 on the road. I cannot talk much better because I'm 5-3 at home, but I'm 6-7 on the road. I'm almost 500.
Almost.
I'm 3rd in the East right now. I'm 11-10. I'm feeling pretty good about the Red Sox. I'm feeling pretty good. We've had some bright spots. We won the last 3. Hopefully today we go ahead. We mess up the hopefully the Red Sox go ahead and mess up the White Sox again tonight. Mm-hmm. They beat them 10-3 the other night. We beat Tampa Bay back to back after we took a horrible loss 16-1. Mm-hmm. I have no clue what the fuck went on. That was like just look, that was one of those losses where I was like, okay, this happens, and it happened. But Trevor Story went off the other night, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. He did his thing.
Yeah.
So far, checking in on fandom, I feel like we're all good. Like I said, Viski's team is. I was not expecting Atlanta to come out and still be this low on the totem pole because I feel like if you told me a month checking in, if you told me the Nationals and the Marlins would be ahead of the Braves in the NL East, I might have laughed at you and I might have been like, it's no way both of them are going to be ahead of the Braves. Do you see who the Braves have? Mm. And right now they're above the Braves and it's like, damn.
Yeah. Blup, blup, blup.
No, it happens. I gotta look toward other sports. Since can't look at hockey right now. So I gotta look at something.
You gotta look at those Cowboys. Oh,
that too. I ain't looking forward to them until we get rid of Jerry.
Yeah.
Now I will say this just to throw that out there. NL West is killing it. Absolutely. San Diego 15-5. The Dodgers 15-6. San Francisco 13-7.
It was at one point like it was only like three losses in that division except for the Rockies. Like it was so crazy.
The Rockies are looking like goddamn LaToya Jackson in the Jackson 5 over there.
What?
In the NL West.
But we said it. We said it was gonna be four teams in that division, and one was gonna get jumped, and it was gonna be the Rockies. And it was like that's what it's been.
Yeah, that's what it's been.
Like that, but that's because those teams are really good. Like y'all need to check. Y'all get a chance. Check out the Padres, Dodgers, Giants, and Diamondbacks. Those teams are some of the best teams in baseball right now. They got talent up and down. Like absolutely.
So look. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw this out there too. Didn't me and Rob tell y'all to put a goddamn dome on that bitch? Did y'all not learn whenever the Brewers just walked in your house and it was 17-2?
Yeah.
Have me and Rob not been telling y'all
sooner or later
to turn Coors Field into a dome and take away that thin air that these hitters have?
Hard head make a soft ass.
They walk into y'all. Let's put it like this. Y'all beat the Athletics, okay, 12-5, but y'all took a 6-3 and a 7-4 before y'all got that 12-5. Y'all had lost 4. Y'all went on a streak of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses at a point that went from Tampa Bay to Phillies to the Athletics, okay? And that was all at the beginning of the season, and you only got 1 win against Tampa Bay. Turn Coors Field into a dome. Just turn it into a dome.
Get all the humidifiers you can.
Yes, take away that less atmospheric pressure away from these baseballs. Because I promise you, if the Brewers hung 17 and the Dodgers didn't have hot bats and all they got was 8, I'm putting this out there, and I don't care if you're a Rockies fan, you may not like me saying this, but y'all gonna have to see the Dodgers at some point again at home. Okay? Matter of fact, it's in June because I'm looking at it. By God, if the Dodgers bats are hot, they're going to hang 20 plus runs in that goddamn stadium, right? They're going to hang 20 plus runs in that stadium. And it wouldn't surprise me if, because they got your team Atlanta coming up in that dome. Then they have Detroit. They have San Diego. 3 games in goddamn Coors Field. Okay? They have the Phillies 4 games in May. They have New York with the Torpedo Bats. 3 games in their field. Okay? Then they go away for a while. Then they got Juan Soto coming to town and San Francisco back to back. 6 games in that field. Okay? And then you have a stretch of Arizona and the goddamn Dodgers back to back in that field. Somebody's gonna hang 20 plus runs in that field this season, Rob. It's happening. And we'll be the first here at Brah Migos podcast because we told y'all, turn that shit into a dome. We told y'all to turn that shit into a dome, and y'all do not believe us. But the Brewers already gave y'all a heat check. If the Brewers got 17 and the Brewers ain't got the lineups of the Padres or the Dodgers or the Mets or New York and they got 17,
Lord help me.
We might be looking at anywhere from 20 to a 30 burger get hung on y'all for the first time ever in MLB history. And if they hang 20 plus on y'all better go out there the next day and say we building the dome.
It's gonna be Florida Gulf Coast, Duck City on y'all asses.
Yes. Now, one of the last things we want to get to before we get up out of here. WWE. WrestleMania
weekend, baby.
Yep. WrestleMania weekend, the show. The show of shows, the show of immortals. Let's see, where do we want to start?
I want to start with what Nate feels about Cody Rhodes. That's where I want to start.
I'll be more than
we
happy
all
to tell
feel
you.
about him. Well, I don't know about you, Rob, but
I'll say Nate.
I'm on Nate's side with this. Go ahead, Nate. Bring it down.
I am too. I am too. Like,
let me tell all of you snotty nosed little kids something right now.
Sorry.
Y'all hoping to sing that stupid ass song whenever he come out there in the beginning and whenever he leave at the end. And he ain't singing that dumbass song at the end because I want John Cena to take that belt home.
My father said,
you look at me, you little American nightmare wannabe having ass child.
Look at him.
And you want to go out there and praise him? Don't you know everything John Cena said about him was right? He looked like the broke down. He looked like the broke down hood version of Homelander with that tattoo on his neck.
That tattoo is annoying.
Yeah, he's a Temu Homelander. He gets on my nerves with that shit. Rob, tell the public the quote that your daughter says every time she sees Cody Rhodes.
So every time my daughter walks in and sees Cody Rhodes, she's like, "Daddy, is he trying to be wrestling president?" And I have no other really answer outside of, yeah.
Do you see what we have been subjected to? Wrestling president, one of the most underwhelming title runs. I know y'all enjoy the song and y'all sing along and all of that shit, and he does this. And I want to let you know something. I wish the worst that this nigga don't win. I hope John Cena take this title and go home. I don't want Cody with it no more.
Should have went with the original plan. He should have finished the story on with that. My tribal chief should still be champion right now, but that's a different story for another day.
Y'all have let the man who carried us through dark times take the crosswords back-to-back weekends. Well, back-to-back weeks. He needs to walk away with this title. I know y'all saying, "Oh, it won't be the record." Rick said 21. This all look. Rick can't remember what the record is because Rick was winning and drinking and messing with women so much he can't remember how many. He might have told y'all 21, and he might have counted a night he pinned a woman in a hotel. We don't even know.
That man is 12 years from being sober.
There you go. We don't even know how many times he did this. So, with that being said, give it to Cena. Let Cena take this and go off into the sunset. Whether y'all want to admit this shit or not, he carried us through dark times. Through the darkest of times. And all of that, Cena, Cody hollering about he's buried people. No, Cena was the talent.
Exactly.
Cena was right. He was like, "Nah, they buried themselves." Like, he's like, "Nah, you ain't gonna blame me for this." Like, he's like, "I've been wanting somebody to take this ship from me. Y'all just haven't been able to do it."
What Cena said is mediocrity.
Yeah, yes. Like y'all want these Temu superstars to basically come in and take my spot. Like, no, they need to earn that shit. And he is absolutely goddamn correct.
Do you kids at home not realize that not only did he carry you through dark times, but he got you to Roman Reigns so he could disappear and go do movies? Mm-hmm. He helped y'all get there. Brock was not going to help y'all get there.
Nope. It
wasn't happening. Look at the list of people who they've tried to put this damn belt on and it didn't work out. They even gave it to AJ Styles at one point because they thought that he could be popular in WWE.
And he's incredible.
And he's a phenomenal. He has earned his name. And he couldn't fill the shoes of John Cena.
Yep.
And now what did they do? They gave y'all some fill-in foam with a set of shoes too big and put them on Cody Rhodes and say, "Here you go."
Yep.
He's going to carry y'all. What has he done amazing in his title run?
To me, nothing. Like,
nothing.
I warned everybody. I said this when Roman versus Cody 1 took place. I say, I don't see it being an exciting title reign. I was happy Roman won that one. And then I knew it. The ceiling was him beating Roman. There was no more space to go up after that. It was only down.
Absolutely.
And what has he done? Go down. He's gone down. Outside of a catchy tune and getting people to say whatever he wants them to say in the WWE to go against Cena, he has done nothing for this. You will not remember this title run. You may say, oh, I remember whenever Cody had won the championship, and I'm going to say, what memorable match did he really, really have that just, set you off?
In the 365 days that he held that bitch, not much.
Now, I honestly can't think of one match that I was like, that was a good, exciting match.
True.
There you go. But yet, some of you WWE fans are there just cheering against Cena. And I'm on his side. I'm on Cena's side, damn it. This is the last run, and we all need to be grateful.
Heel Cena, I'm here for it, baby. I want to see Dr. Thugonomics play after he win the title.
Exactly. He got us to this.
Yes. Yes, right. Yes.
You don't realize, but he got you to a bloodline. He got you to something that they've carried on for some years and given you a deep storyline. He's gotten you The Rock back in appearances. He's been there. He got Taker to show up to choke slam The Rock because you needed John Cena there to help get through things. John Cena has
more of a personal note. He got Undertaker to show up at WrestleMania 34 when nobody thought he was.
John Cena.
We thought we wasn't getting him.
And Taker wanted to go 30 minutes, and he said, nah, let him play the hits and take it over me.
Let him squash.
Squash
That's
me.
true.
Squash me to make him be that dude again. That's the dude that y'all are cheering against. Y'all took Timu Homelander right now, and this is who y'all want to put in my face?
All right,
This
I got a
is the
question
guy
for you,
y'all
Nate.
need.
Question. Does this make you appreciate Cena after all them years we booed him for the same reason?
Yes. I told Rob, I say, I appreciate everything that he's done to get us to where we're at. Because he did something not a lot of them were able to do. He carried us through dark times. We went through the goddamn plague, as far as I'm concerned, whenever Cena was out there at one point. Y'all don't remember. Do y'all not remember Nexus?
Ooh.
Definitely. The Nexus era. Wow. You
went back. Justin Gabriel. T. Slater.
Come on, bro. He bought us through stuff. He got them to make storylines of him fighting a group of people. They were so, y'all don't realize, they were so bad. It was like 8 to 10 of them in the group that he had to fight just to make this shit relevant. Do y'all not realize that?
Because of that man, Cena.
Now I'm in a Justin Gabriel rabbit hole.
He took stuff and he made people famous enough to stick around. It's dudes who stuck around because they were in there against Cena. Come on now. Y'all won't even remember the modern day Maharaja because some
gender, baby.
Yeah.
because y'all all see it as a publicity stunt, which I'm not gonna lie, WWE was kind of bad timing going over there and putting the belt on him at the same time.
Yeah.
And y'all did this. Cena has come back, U.S. title Cena.
The open challenge, the Credo open challenge.
Come on, bro. We have had so much from him that we owe it to him to go out on top. And not only go out on top, y'all screwed him taking his Crossroads back to back because Cody struggled longer, and I was like, F you him. I was F you him. Let him have it. And y'all let him get away and Crossroads this man again.
Let him off the hook.
Y'all let him off the hook again. And I couldn't believe it, Rob. I just sat there like, y'all literally let him slide on this shit again. Y'all let him slide. That's why I don't want to see not one of you snot-nosed kids happy out there this weekend after John Cena win. I wish tears upon all of y'all. And then I hope your mama go buy you a John Cena shirt and say he might not never come back again. So we need this. And a towel and some wristbands.
They said fuck them kids like MJ.
Oh, hell yeah. I want him to take his shit and be like, here you go. Because none of y'all need this. Because guess what? He did something that we haven't seen in forever. He carried us through a time of times, and I appreciate all of it. Hill Scene is here. The last time is now. Get you a shirt and appreciate this, because in the end, you can't see him. You can't. Now, we have one more prediction before we get up out of here.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Keith Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Randall Keith Orton.
From? Go ahead.
St. Louis.
Thank you.
St. Louis.
Because what? We are the prize.
Like he said, they are the prize.
Don't give no ammo.
Look.
It's the facts speak for themselves from the show me state.
I want to know, who do y'all think could be his challenger?
I'll let y'all go first. So I can't remember.
Go ahead, Jarvis. Good.
I want me to go first.
Yeah, I'm going to let you go first.
All right. I have two.
Mm-hmm.
I have my WWE, pick, which is, the type of person that WWE might come with, it could be Aleister Black.
Okay.
That's the WWE pick, But what I would love to see as my fandom, I have 3 choices for my surprise pick. That's my fandom, right? I have my WWE pick and my fandom pick. I know it's more than one. Just hit me out. My first WWE pick would be Adam Pearce. Or, one of the GMs, Nick Aldis. More so Nick, because he took the RKOs.
Yeah.
Have him put on the tights, Nick. Boom. And my other 2 are actually, Nick was a wrestler in, NWA, but so forth. I would say, why not have a man get up from the commentator booth? Bad News Barry.
That man is not going to take a bump. Yeah. I would like that, though.
My last and my favorite fandom pick, which I feel like would get the biggest pop, Rob's favorite wrestling shirt that he owns. Rusev Day.
Yeah.
I can see that. That would be a huge pop at WWE, because him and Aleister Black are rumored to be back in WWE. That could be some big ones. I kind of got one that I will throw in the head, but I'm gonna let you go first, Rob.
All right, so my want of what I want is, which is probably not gonna happen, but like the match that I've been wanting my entire life, and one that would be good enough for WrestleMania, is Randall Keith Orton versus Kazuchika Okada. That's the match I've been wanting I ain't say my entire life, but I've been wanting for a very long time. I wrote a blog post about it a long time ago. Like, that's the dream. That's my dream match. I want that match more than anything in this world. I know Randy is not too far from retirement. Okada, I don't know. I haven't watched AEW, so I don't know where he is in life. But that's the match. And I know it's not going to happen, but that's the match that I want. Now,
that steals the show. Everybody forgets about Cody and Cena.
Everything. That's my match. The match I think is going to happen is him versus Solo. I think him versus Solo is probably a done deal. I think that basically they want that to be the case. I think they want to get Solo on the card some way or another. I think that's what it's going to be. But Nick Aldis, that's the one where I was thinking like, okay, maybe Nick Aldis pushes everybody out the way. It's like, ISO, I got this dude. That's who I want. It's not just I'm GM of SmackDown. I need to make sure this happens. No, I'm a former wrestler. I'm a man. I'm not gonna have you basically come out at me and then I'm not gonna basically get my lick back. I think that's who really. I think between Solo and Nick, that's who it's gonna be.
I'm gonna be so mad if it's Solo, but go ahead, Nate.
Okay, so Rob, kind of agree with you on the Solo thing. I think it could be Solo, but I'm not gonna lie. Rusev is who I want to see come out.
Yeah, I think Rusev, like, especially because what Big E said earlier, like, yeah, I can see it very much being him.
I want to see Rusev come out here because Rusev Day was the shit.
Yes, I loved it.
Let's be real.
It was the most over thing at the time.
Especially getting screamed at it when you drunk as hell on Bourbon Street. So many times.
Rusev Day was the shit. And guess what? I'm with it. I'm with if Rusev Day comes back and makes a splash. Because we know Aleister Black has to be lurking somewhere. And we know Rusev has to be lurking somewhere. And the only other person that's lurking somewhere that I think wouldn't have anything to do with this is hopefully Biggie. And I think if Biggie is lurking somewhere and he makes an appearance, it won't have anything to do with this open challenge. But if Rusev comes out there to go against Randy Orton, this will be monumental. And like you said, I think Cody will be somewhat of an afterthought.
Definitely.
Because we get to chant Rusev Day at our TVs and just go wild.
So I was thinking of like two more people. And to be real, like part of me, and this is just me being a very straight up tinfoil do-rag on conspiracy theorist. What if they're completely lying about Kevin Owens? Like straight up just lying. And maybe he actually doesn't have an injury. Or he has the injury, but he's not cleared. So he basically goes into the ring and they have an unsanctioned match at Mania.
That would be crazy. That would be mind-blowing, this whole lie. Like, that would be wild.
The other one is one that I was looking up and I just absolutely forgot. but like, let's say that see if I can find her. But no, that's the one I'm like, what if they are actually lying about his whole injury? And what if basically he gets to the point where it's just like, okay, I'm going to basically just come out at dude and then, yeah, I lost it. So yeah, I'm going to say that one. That's the main one. And then if I find it again, I'll say it like
that could be interesting.
Parts.
That could be interesting. That could be interesting if it's a lie. That could be very interesting if that's a lie. It would be one of the curveballs that WWE throws us, because then in a way you wouldn't be able to trust kayfabe anymore. You well, I'm not gonna say trusted, Rob, but you'd have to be like, okay, we gotta be careful because if they did that once, we don't know if they might do it again.
They did it with Mark Henry.
Yeah, that's been some time.
Yeah, wearing a pink suit. What was Kevin Owens wearing?
That pink jacket.
The Bret Hart jacket.
Might be clues to it. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that's something that they would do. Yeah. I'm thinking if basically they're like, hey, he's gonna be out, for a long time. They actually is gonna be out for a long time. But I mean, it's always that possibility. Or they, I don't think they're gonna bring up anybody from NXT, because I was thinking like, okay, maybe they bring up like say an Obafemi, or they bring up Javon Edwards Evans, or I don't think Ricky Saint, because Ricky Saint just got there. But like maybe they bring up somebody from NXT to kind of do this and make this happen. But I don't think that they're gonna want to do, because that's a huge leap. Yeah. Going from
NXT, it gotta be somebody that's gonna give a pop. Like I don't think anybody from NXT really gonna give that type of pop for that moment.
I don't know, because I mean, think about it. WrestleMania crowds usually are international crowds that come in that are very well versed in the product. So of all crowds, they would be like, say Trick Williams comes out there, they're gonna be yelling "Whoop that Trick." I don't know about anybody else's chance, because I'm still behind on NXT. Yeah, but like at least for these guys that are there, I could see them basically being like, okay, let's go ahead and do this. You know, let's go ahead and say, okay, we got a hot crowd. These guys just were in a match like not too long ago. Yeah. Like they're already in town. Let's go ahead and make this shit shake for this.
Or you know? Do you think they pull somebody from TNA?
Joe Hendry?
Joe Hendry. You could do the Joe Hendry.
Well, shit, who else is there? Who else is there that's going to basically be? Nah.
No. You don't think he?
You know what? You know what? That would be interesting, because who is one of the best people to take? Who is one of the best people in history to take an RKO? I mean, that's a very fair one. Like,
I feel like Nick Neiman I would, you know, hey, you know.
Yeah, because I'm looking at their roster. Yeah, I'm looking at their roster. I mean, that would be it.
Yeah, Nick or Joe would probably be the only two I say would get a pop like that.
Yeah. I can see them doing Joe just for the hell of it.
That could definitely be a possibility. But we will see. Because night one is tonight. WrestleMania. But you already know. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Because we had y'all 2 hours today.
Oh, yeah. We had
Damn, has it been that long?
Yeah. We great show. Great show.
That's a sign of a great show.
It's a sign of a great show. But with that being said, remember, Brah Migos podcast. Always check the links, Blue Sky, YouTube, we're everywhere, baby. Like we say, look up in the sky, you might see us. You might see us.
The bird at the plane is Brah Migos. See, that don't even rhyme.
But we there though, baby. It don't have the rhyme, because we
believe in yourself.
We still there. Now we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, and Rob, go ahead and take us out on this WrestleMania.
I want to say, hold on. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I will have it fixed next time.
He will be on point, ladies and gentlemen. He will be on point. He will be on point.
Just as shitty as your fucking Braves. Good night, Canada. Good night, Taylor Swift. Apparently, Tommy Dreamer's on the TNA roster. Didn't know he was still with us. But yeah. So of course, like, subscribe, get us wherever you get podcasts. We have reached over 100 downloads on podcasts alone. So keep listening, keep subscribing, keep getting at us. Talk to us. We are on Blue Sky. We are on Threads. We are on Facebook. Catch us on MySpace, probably. Bebo. What's the old ones? Black Planet. Like, we might have a Black Planet page too. You never know. We might pop up there and you might see us smiling. You know, like, you never know, dog. Like, Instagram, everywhere, we are there. So hit us up, find us, keep getting in this. Hit us up. We're gonna put some polls out. We're gonna put some everything out. Get some W.GG. Use Brah Migos codes for the promo code. If you are trying to have your promo code talked to by us, just hit us up. Gmail, hit us up, Blue Sky, hit us up everywhere. The links are all in the link tree. You could get at us anytime. Hell yeah, all that, because I did great.
And yes, you did. And we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. We out of here. Peace. That's a wrap. We out. Peace.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Brah Migos podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.